What if I'm the only one trying? What if I change and nothing changes? What if I'm already doing too much? If that thought has crossed your mind, you're not negative. You're honest. And this episode is for you. Welcome back to School of Wife, where we treat marriage like the high stakes, high reward life skill it actually is. If you've been listening to the last few episodes, first of all, thank you. And second, I already know what question is coming up for some of you, because it comes up every single time. It usually sounds like this. Okay, this all makes sense, but what if he doesn't do any of this? Or maybe, what if I'm the only one trying? What if I change and nothing changes? What if I'm already doing too much? If that thought has crossed your mind, you're not negative. You're honest. And this episode is for you. Here's the part people often skip over. A lot of highly capable women have already been initiating for a long time. You're the one who notices when something feels off. You're the one who's been adapting. You're the one who tries to smooth things over. And there's a very real exhaustion that comes with that. It's not dramatic exhaustion, it's just quiet exhaustion. The kind that says, I don't have it in me to do more. And honestly, that makes sense. So let me be very clear about something. This is not about doing more. I'm not asking you to try harder. I'm not asking you to fix him. I'm not asking you to perform happiness or carry even more responsibility. That's not the point. This is about doing different. And those two things are not the same. Doing more adds weight. Doing different changes direction. Most women that I talk to don't need more effort. They just need a different posture, a different way of showing up, a different pattern. Because what you've been doing, as thoughtful and well-intentioned as it might actually be part of, it might be part of what's keeping you stuck. It's not because you're wrong. It's just because patterns require both people to keep repeating them. And when one person changes their part, the pattern can't stay the same. This is where a lot of women hesitate. They think, I'll move once he moves. I'll soften when he tries. I'll engage once I see some effort from him. But you know something? Waiting is not neutral. Waiting quietly hands over your agency to someone else's timeline. And believe me, that's a miserable place to live. It's not because you're impatient, but because you're capable. Here's what shifts everything though. Marriage is a system. And systems, they respond to input. So if one part of the system changes, the whole thing has to recalibrate. It has to. But it's not overnight and it's not magically. But eventually. And believe me, that is not manipulation, because that might be what you're thinking. That is influence, and you already have it, whether you're using it intentionally or not. Now, I want to pause here for a second, because when women hear this, they sometimes think I'm saying they need to take over. I'm not. I don't mean control. I don't mean manage. I don't mean mother him. That is exhausting, and frankly, it's ineffective. What I mean is tone setting. You already do this everywhere else in your life. You walk into a room and the energy shifts. You calm tense situations without even trying. You set pace without giving a speech. You regulate people all the time. You can do that at home. You can. It's not perfectly and not constantly, but intentionally. You can do that at home. Let me make this practical. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing performative. It's just real life. Think about the first minute when you reconnect at the end of the day, when one of you walks in the door. For most couples, it's logistics or it's stress or it's about complaining. What if you led with warmth instead? Just one sentence. Hey, I'm really glad you're home. That's it. No speech, no pretending, just warmth, warmth. Try that for a week and then watch what changes. Watch what it changes in the home, in the atmosphere. Here's another one, and this one's hard. Let me warn you, this is hard. For 1 week, stop keeping score. Just for 1 week. No scorekeeping. Scorekeeping poisons. It poisons even generosity. It turns love into like a transaction. It makes every kind act come with a silent asterisk. I wonder why. So for 7 days, just give to your partner without tallying. It's not forever. I'm just asking for 7 days. And notice how it makes your body feel. Notice how he responds. And here's the last one. This one changes a lot. Many men withdraw, not because they don't care, but because they don't know what winning looks like. They've tried, and that didn't land either. So eventually they stop trying. It's not out of apathy, it's actually out of confusion. So tell him clearly and positively. Not as a complaint, but as a highlight. When you do this, I feel supported. I feel chosen. Don't make him guess. Show him the win. You know, most men want to show up. They just don't know how. They need some clarity. So before I close, let me say this. If this episode is resonating, if you're thinking, oh, this explains a lot, make sure you subscribe. Not because you'll miss content, but because these conversations build on each other. Each episode gives you another lens, another option, another way to show up without burning yourself out. And let me leave you with this. You are not responsible for your marriage alone. It takes two people. Your husband has his own work to do. But you are responsible within it for how you show up, for the energy you bring, for the patterns that you participate in. And that is not a burden. That is agency. You don't need him to change first. You don't need permission. You can start now with the very next interaction. And when you do, the system will definitely respond. Maybe it won't respond immediately, but it will respond. This is School of Wife, and I'm Dr. Dosunmu, and this is just the beginning. I'll see you next week on the next episode.